52 of Goyle's 70 yards have gone to Mons. Looking deep, he's got two receivers. Touchdown, MIT! Eddie Garcia Mons from 42 yards out. This time it'll be an inside handoff to Ojeda. He's got the first down and more. Nice little juke play. Avoids one tackle. Ojeda has one more to go, and now he gets to the near sideline. The 20, the 15, the 10, and he'll be inside the 7-yard line. Here's the punt from Tavernelli, well into MIT's territory. Bent able to make the catch, one-on-one, evades one player. Now he gets around his second to the near sideline, and he's got the 50, still going inside the 40. Can he go all the way? He's at the 30, and he's gone. The 20, the 10. Sean Bent has tied this one up. Callahan down to 12 on the clock. Hermanack once again in motion. Fake handoff, looking deep, wide open, Carson Oda. Oda at the 30, the 20, the 10. Carson Oda, the senior out of Katy, Texas, with the touchdown. The snap is good. Bursey through the uprights in WPI, a Week 1 winner, 37-34 over MIT, and a phenomenal battle of the engineers. Position here as the handoff comes to Sean McGowan, a nice spin move, but he's tackled after a matter of 4 or 5 yards. And it'll be second and medium here with under 12 minutes to go in quarter number 3.
I think MIT taking the hint here that pretty much it's going to be a very big run commit by WPI as it worked for them in the first half with Sean McAllen. And of course, with 2nd and 5 coming up, maybe WPI is going to go for another outside run with trips to the far side.
McAllen has now had a touch on 18 of 31 offensive plays for WPI. Really a workhorse as a freshman. Throw down the field to the near side looking for Ecker, and Ecker makes the catch over a defender, and it's going to be inbounds. A huge gain there, just short of the 35, as that one is going to go for 38 yards, Eckler to Ecker, and that's the connection we expected to see all evening long.
Definitely so, Seth. Really routine vertical play there, just having a little bit of faith to expect the ball to fall in your arms after you burn the corner there. Ecker, of course, very familiar for him as he's just been doing a solid job last year and now in this game, just really being the favorite target for Dan Eckler, not to be confused with, of course, Ecker.
Eckler had just 23 yards passing the first half, 38 on that one. He finds another receiver for a first down, just shy of the 15, as that was Alex Dolman with a rare reception, as that is Dolman's second catch of the year. That one going for about 20 yards. So back-to-back big-time passes down the field, and WPI is in the red zone. Both teams perfect inside the red zone today. WPI 2 for 2, settled for a field goal, though, on one of their drives. MIT 1 for 1. As MIT looking to force another field goal. 10:30 to go in this third quarter. Eckler, the handoff to the right to McAllen. McAllen is hit by a pair of players at the 10-yard line and dragged down just inside the 10. Second and a long 4.
And, of course, last year, MIT's defense allowed 206 yards to the air on average, also allowing about around 32 points per game. Speaks to the secondary, hoping this year they can really turn it around for this team. At this point in the game, WPI really exposing them with 2 quick shot plays.
2nd and 4 from the 9. The clock at 9:55 left in this third quarter. WPI leading 17-14. Eckler fakes the handoff, the dive towards the 5. And he should be very close to the first down. We'll see if they give it to him here, and they will. It's going to be first and goal from the 5-yard line. And this is an interesting spot. We've seen them go from the Wildcat, but it almost doesn't make sense when you have Eckler, who's such a versatile option rushing the ball. You want to keep him on the field to give the threat of him running the ball or passing.
Well, look, honestly, when you have a guy like Sean McAllen, who's clearly shown that he's doing a solid job rushing, I don't know, may as well change it up a bit. They're going to elect just to go with a regular formation here on 1st and goal.
Eckler with the fullback moving to the right. Instead, the handoff to the left. McAllen is dragged down in the backfield. Diving forward, might have just gotten back to the 5-yard line.
At this point, think about WPI with having so many guys on your team, upwards of 110. You can have these situations where they're switching out their offensive line constantly. And honestly, when you have fresh legs on your offensive line able to throw those blocks, it just actually just adds that another element to your game that really helps out your passing and rushing.
It's a great point, James. We just saw Lane Zembeck, one of the backup fullbacks, in there. Now they bring back in the starter, Steven Toulon. 2nd and goal from the 3-yard line, 8:45 to go in the third quarter. WPI looking to extend their lead. Eckler, the fake handoff, throw to the right, has a player. Instead, it's picked off. Oh, dropped by the linebacker coming across, but a brilliant defensive effort there by what looks like Mitch Turley, the free safety, who almost came up with a huge play.
And that would have tied his interceptions from last year. Honestly, that would have been a beautiful interception for MIT to really get that down. Would have had a touchback back on the 20. But instead, they're going to have to settle for 3rd and goal, have to make a strong goal line stand here and force another field goal for WPI.
Turley, not your typical free safety. He was an outside linebacker his first 2 years. NEFC Rookie of the Year as a freshman, now a junior. 3rd and goal from the 3. Eckler looking for the fade to the right. Has his receiver. Ecker, is he in bounds? Long wait. He is. A touchdown, WPI, and WPI takes their largest lead of the game at 23-14. It's 34-31, 1:41 to go here on MITathletics.com. His name is James Matone. I'm Seth Orensky, bringing you the season opening action. Last year, the final 31-28 in favor of the home team, WPI. Can MIT come from 10 points down on 2 separate occasions to earn the win? We're about to find out, as MIT will have to onside kick here. They only have the 2 timeouts left, and WPI's offense has just been so good, you can't really expect to get it back once again, although Chad Martinovich has shown a lot of faith in his defense, punting twice down by 10. Got to go for it here, though, with the onside kick.
I think so. Even though you got an interception and a fumble, 2 turnovers in your very first game, honestly, you're going to have to take the risk here, an onside kick. But this honestly can decide the game right here and now. Onside kicks, of course, being one of the riskiest plays in any level of football. At the college level, you have a bit more of a chance. Maybe those guys up front won't be as good with hands, but I think WPI are going to elect to maybe set up some guys with some really just solid hands up front just in case of the onside kick.
Yeah, they're going to split their players to the left and the right, just as MIT will.
I think they're bunching the players up. Nice. Shane setting it up in a position for him to onside kick. It looks like he's going to be, well, he was going to do that, and then he had to reset the ball.
The 2 players back on the near side are Kevin Lynch and RJ Orris, if he does go with his natural direction to the near side, as Tucker Shane looks to the left, and he will kick it to the left, gets the first bounce, the second bounce doesn't go through, it's picked up by an MIT player. The Engineers of MIT recover at their own 49, and MIT is in business, as that one was grabbed by number 34 on MIT. That was Ryan Kelly, the junior linebacker, with a huge play as the second bounce never came, and WPI unawares.
And Seth, at this point, MIT needs to shake off last year. In the very first game of their season, MIT had 3 chances to put the game away, couldn't get it done. Now, with an onside kick, 1:39 left to play, it's all up to Udom Goyle to put this one away for the Engineers in black.
Well, James, the good news about this year's team is this is a brand new offense. Most of them weren't even on the field last year during those drives. 1:39 to go. They start from their own 49, pass downfield, and it's broken up by the wide receiver on what was nearly a pick. A tremendous play by Jacob Del Priori on what could have been the first turnover of the day by MIT.
And that would have been pretty much the dagger into the heart of the Engineers in black in that one. Honestly, Goyle getting very lucky that his wideout Del Priori was there to break it up.
1:34 to go. MIT at their 49, 2 timeouts left. Goyle rolling out to the left, looking downfield, has his receiver, but it's in and out of the hands there past the first down marker. And all of a sudden, it's 3rd and 10, just 6 seconds off the clock.
And this may be some heartbreak all over again for MIT at this point if Goyle can't really get a solid shot on that one. Of course, on the sideline, I see on the far side one of the WPI players trying to hype up his team.
Interesting there, they sent Goyle to the left away from his body. He's been pushing towards the right side on the rollouts. As Goyle gets it, looking to the right, has Garcia Monts on the wide receiver screen, and Garcia Monts is going to be stopped well short of the first down, but it's fourth and a bit more manageable there as he's stopped at the 46. 4th and 5 upcoming, and this right now is the ball game if you're an MIT fan.
And if you're an MIT fan, you're holding your breath right here and now. 109, or actually 105 and counting left to play. Goyle, this is time to step up, big fella.
They rule it 4th and 6 from the 47. Need to get to the 41-yard line. Goyle looking to the near side. Pocket collapsing. In and out of the hands. And caught by Hansen. It's enough for a first down inside the 40. Bobbled it twice. Came up with it on the third effort.
And folks, you probably just saw the game flash right before your eyes as that ball is bobbled, and MIT quick on the reset.
45 seconds to go. Goyle looking outside, and it's caught. A great play by Jamison. Christian Jamison on the catch. They say he dropped it, actually, as another one of those smaller wide receivers. That was actually Del Priori. Some of these single-digit numbers are more difficult to read than any of the others. 40 seconds to go. Plenty of time for MIT as they have the 2 timeouts and the ball stops on every first down. MIT just converted on 4th down after getting an onside kick. They trailed by 10 with 2 minutes to go. Scored to cut it to 34-31. Goyle looking to the near side, finds his receiver in plenty of space. That's Hansen. Hansen breaks the tackle inside the 20, and he's stopped in a massive bodies. It's going to be first down at the 12-yard line with 31 seconds to go when the clock restarts.
Seth, this is the making of quite possibly one of the best Week 1 games. Of course, a lot of D3 outlets saying that this was the game to watch tonight. Of course, we had Noontime Sports really hype this game up, and a lot of other outlets hype it up as well as the Battle of the Engineers rage on. And Seth, I have no clue what you do here if you're MIT. I guess you do with a couple short plays to the outside, try to stop the clock just in case. But at this point, you have 4 downs right here that can pretty much determine the momentum starting the season.
Well, James, the question is right here, because we have a little bit of time, MIT using their second timeout. Are you looking to tie right here if you don't get it on the first or second play? Or is your idea after a bad season last year to go for the win and to show confidence in the offense?
I don't think at this point, if you don't really get the shot right here, you honestly have to spike it and just allow Tucker Shane to come in and really just tie the game here. Honestly, overtime is better than being a fool and losing it all if you've done so much to come back.
31 seconds to go. 1st and 10 from the 14. Goyle with 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the right, and a running back behind him. Looks to the near side, looking for it all. Garcia Monts, one-handed catch, and he can't make the grab. He might have been out of bounds either way. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now. 6 seconds off the clock. Plenty of time left with 25 seconds and a timeout. Interesting play call with Garcia Monts all alone, unable to bring that one down against double coverage.
Well, definitely he was out on the fade right there with MIT's first touchdown. Then we're going to look to it again, but WPI being smart on that one. On this right now, you go for another play. If you're down inside the lines, then you just kind of have to spike it and allow for a field goal here. But let's see what happens. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 from the 14. Goyle rolls out to the left, looking for a receiver. That one is intercepted, no, broken up. 2 players in front. A very dangerous pass from Goyle, who's nearly been picked off twice here on this drive after being perfect throughout the first 3+ quarters. Still 21 seconds left, but this is a crucial play here. Obviously, if you don't get it here, you're going for the field goal. From the 14-yard line, you're talking about a 31-yard field goal, certainly well within Tucker Shane's range. He had a chance at a 50-yarder that he just missed wide left, had the distance. We'll see what MIT does here. They don't need a score. They're at the 14, could get a first down inside the 5. Goyle looking to the left, back to the right, and he absorbs pressure. He's taken down at the 20-yard line. The clock hits 15. And it will be a timeout. Not sure which side is taking it, though.
It's MIT.
And it will be MIT's 3rd and final timeout. And this upcoming Tucker Shane field goal will be to force overtime in what has been a thrilling game between the 2 Engineer teams.
And Seth, this could all be over if Tucker Shane isn't clutch here. He's been automatic on point after attempts. This one is an NFL-style point after attempt, as it's pretty much near the 20-yard line. At this point, it's all up to Shane now. No pressure for him. But at this point, It's momentum on the line with your first game of the season. And I think at this point, if you're the WPI coach, you got to ice that kid.
Tucker Shane missed from 50, hit from 23. This is from 37. WPI has all 3 timeouts left, and why not use it? Even if you use it here, he hits it, you still have a potential timeout left after a big punt, after a big kickoff return and potentially a play. Shane lining up right at the right hash mark. 15 seconds to go. Tucker Shane, the senior 2-time all-conference kicker. It's a good snap. The kick is up, and it's good, and we're all tied at 34 with 10 seconds remaining.